Hey, it's Lynn.
Hey, I'm Tanya.
Hey, we wanted to introduce a couple things that we're going to start doing pretty soon. We're going to do some series because we want to give you guys little brief um, excerpts about different subjects that we are really finding important in the twin flame journey. There's dark, there's the God center journey, there's all these different areas of this journey that need to be addressed. And instead of doing one giant long video, we want to break it down into little pieces for you guys. So we're going to do series. But today, we want to start talking about the God centered journey. I know that many of you, as I did myself, when I found out I was a twin, and really what that meant, there is so much information about the energetic side of this journey and the metaphysical stuff. And then I dipped into quantum physics and I'm learning about golden ratio and solfeggio and vibration, all of this stuff. And all of this stuff definitely plays a part. So for all of those that are, working into your mission and you're working with like Sanat Kumara and Kafumi and you're dealing with cosmic beings or the Galactic Council, some of you are like speaking light language and we all can speak it. It's a matter of remembering it, right? And so I totally applaud you. It's super important that you guys understand that this is a universal, energetic, metaphysical, quantum physics journey. But what seems to be missing is that we all seem to forget that this is also a God-centered journey. So we've been getting a lot of really, really, really urgent messages for the community in general about the state of kind of where everybody's at in their twinship, because we're all supposed to be coming into union. We're all supposed to be in union already, all of us. If you're a true twin, you're supposed to be in union already. So to break this down, we're going to do a series on this because we get input from God all the time. So we're going to constantly put these out. Tanya and I both get input. A lot of times when Tanya is connecting and I'm busy doing something, she'll start getting stuff and I start taking notes. So, and it's hard for her to remember because sometimes she's in, when you're meditating and you're in the mix, it's hard to remember exactly what was said. So I write notes on this. So some of this I got myself, some of this Tanya was getting directly from God, and we're going to share this with you. So, that being said, I think this is important for everybody to hear.
Right.
So the first thing that he said yesterday, and he said this through Tanya, was at least half of them have given up their union already. We're all in a really fragile state right now. Twins are not coming into union. Walk-ins are coming in by the thousands. We're going to do an entire segment on that one alone. So we'll get to that. But everybody needs to be rocking their shit right now at 100%. So what he said was open their eyes to the truth, welcome the walk-ins. And then this is what he had to say about kind of how everybody's kind of going wayward, right? He said, and this is what Tanya got, and these are the notes that I got. So Tanya, when your notes take over, bump me out of this, but this is through Tanya. So I'm going to read these and then Tanya can elaborate on what she got. But what he said was, you call me source energy, but I have a name. I did a connection for a twin this morning. And at the end of when I was connecting to the DM, at the end of it, I said, does anybody have anything else they want me to know? And this is what God actually just said out of the blue. He said, get to know me. Source is not my name. I will bring you together. Let me guide you. He does. In other words, he had shown me that the DM was praying for guidance on how to move forward in the mission. So he's basically telling this woman, you need to get to know me as your God. I'm not source. I'm not a light. I'm a being. I'm the creator. I am holy. Like, come on, cut me some credit here. He says, but I have a name. And then he said, they speak my name. He's speaking about twins. They speak my name, but have no idea who I am.
Right. That actually came from a channeling that I got a little while ago. He's been talking about this for a while. He's saying that I never said this journey would be easy, but you are in my hands. Most twins don't see this. They speak my name, but have no idea who I am. And that right there, it was actually almost in frustration from him because nobody's actually acknowledging where this is coming from. If you're calling him source, then you actually have no idea who he is. And it's really frustrating him because it's like Lynn said, this is all supposed to be God-centered. And from a non-biblical standpoint, I was driving down the road one day and he said to me, you don't listen to the Bible because man wrote the Bible. You listen and you get your information from me and only me. So that right there was telling me a lot. That basically we have to sit and we have to listen to him, because if we're relying on other people who are telling us their interpretations, they're listening to it. I mean, their interpretations could be different than yours or even his. So go straight to him over it.
He has said to me before, like in the middle of something, get rid of that book.
Right.
Get rid of that book. So
he says that I am the only one who has the power to make or break you in your union. Find me or else. Now, at that point, he's getting really matter of fact. He's not screwing around. Because most people, you know, when we're on this journey, we don't realize that, and this was another channeling, or the rest of the channeling that I was getting, was that basically, yes, we chose to be here. It's in our soul contract, but he was the one that gave us the permission to be here. So, you know, if you're not even recognizing him for what he truly is and what he truly has done, you're kind of smashing his name at this point.
yeah.
He says he wants all of us to succeed, but when you look outside of me and yourself, you cannot and do not hear me. So basically, that right there is telling me that a lot of people are not listening to him. They don't hear him. Every single one of us, I have what I like to call angel radio. Basically, what you can do is you sit there in the silence. You just start listening, and he'll start talking. You'll find out exactly everything that you need to know, but you have to listen to him for it, because he's not just going to give it to you. It's kind of like a little
Yeah, but it's a relationship.
yeah. So
Give him credit for who he is. It's not like some like imaginary guy in the sky kind of shit. He's a being. It's being.
Exactly. So
he did say also to Tanya, he was like, and he was talking about, they speak my name but have no idea who I am. And then he said, dark has a name and you don't speak it either. And we're going to talk about how he feels about dark and what all of our roles are that have to do with dark, because nobody wants to talk about it. But that's 90% of the reason that the twins that are not in union are not in union, because of dark. So we'll get to that in another segment. He said it's now coming down to the point that this 3D crap is making or breaking you. He's saying, he's really getting frustrated. He said, no more whining. Lead your twins into union or lie down and let someone else take it. You've been told that there are ones who will step in, the walk-ins. He said, make haste. I only have promised a few. The rest are on thin ice. You are blaming your twin for failure when you need to look into the mirror to see who is truly at fault. He said, I'm a loving God, but I will punish as I see fit. He said, this is my time. I have spoken. It is written. These are end times. Move forward. Do what you're here to do.
right. And that most of you should know at this point what mission is. And it's not just us raising the vibration. It's not just the unconditional love that we're supposed to be spreading. Each and every one of us has a portion of this mission. Mm-hmm. So basically, he's wanting you to get on it.
Yeah.
If not, be aware there are people that are ready to take your place. I mean, the truth of the matter is nobody likes to hear it, but it's there.
Yeah.
So
Watch for a segment on that. We're going to talk about walk-ins and what happens when you don't do your job.
right.
He said unions will be stalled until you know who I am. The ones who know will be rewarded. The others will flounder. He said divine union means a union of God, made by God. If you don't understand that concept, you are unworthy of it.
Right.
So,
Yes, he's actually told Lynn and I both numerous times. The divine timing is his time. It's his timing. And if he decides to put it off for another 2 years, which, you know, if he wants to do it, he'll do it. I mean, it's just at this point, I don't think he sees that any of us are really ready, not 100%. And all of us have to be at 100% mastery to do this.
One thing that I want everybody to remember is that as we love our own children, as we have unconditional love for our twins, God has the same type of unconditional love for us. Like this whole twin journey is out of love for us as a community, as couples, as a pair, individually. So if you think that you're being scolded or, God's giving you a rash of shit because you're not doing whatever, always remember that his main priority is us coming together. Always remember that if you think you want to be in union, God wants it way stronger than you do. Like I've been told even before, he wants you guys together more than you and you do. So if you think that he's against you, you're wrong. He is doing whatever he can to guide us, to give us teams, to give us support, to be there to explain to us how we're supposed to move forward. He's just feeling like none of us are listening.
Right.
So if you're feeling like God's against you because your union isn't happening, open your eyes and you open your ears and listen and see. I hear this from Michael all the time when people are blocked and like, I don't get my guides, I don't get my team, I don't hear God, I don't hear shit. Michael's like, I'm talking, but nobody's listening. When I started putting these videos out, way back in the day with Jim, I did this because Michael's saying, well, you have to go out there and give these messages because nobody listens to me. He's like, they're not listening. They're not listening. If we're not right in their ear in 3D, they're not getting the message.
Don't
And
be
on a
afraid.
daily basis.
Don't be afraid either to ask them tough questions.
Yeah.
Religious programming tells us that we should be fearful, but we shouldn't be. Go up and ask him the hard questions. Trust me, he'll give you answers.
Ask for divine intervention. Ask for 100% truth. Ask for input. I want to know what's going wrong. I want to know what I need to be doing better. I want to know what then my next step is. What do you have in mind for me for this? Ask questions. They're not afraid to answer them.
No.
So establish a relationship with God for who God is, because
Right.
he is the center of this entire journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he made some kind of statement. I don't know if we read it off or not, but he did say, if you don't know who I am, you're basically not going to get very far. So for those of you that are interested in working on your God relationship, it's there. Just open your eyes. If you need help, we're here. We can help you with that. But explore that. Please explore that. It's really is the foundation of this whole journey. So there's that. Oh, and we have more to come on. We talk to him like daily. So we'll start dropping these in and they'll be short.
Right.
That's what it is.
Okay.
There's that. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye.